the 3rd Fleet Chief of Staff Stateroom. This restored area during World War II was the 3rd Fleet Chief of Staff Stateroom. It is all that remains of the U.S.S. New Jersey's once spacious fleet, or Admiral, flagship facilities, dating back to World War II. From here in the surrounding compartments of flag country, Rear Admiral Robert Mick Carney assisted Admiral William Bull Halsey, Commander, 3rd Fleet, in planning and carrying out some of the largest and most important naval battles of World War II. After Japan's surrender in September of 1945, New Jersey's World War II-era fleet flagship facilities on the O2 level were slowly adapted for other uses. In 1982, as part of the New Jersey's modernization with Tomahawk and Harpoon cruise missiles, all remaining flag spaces associated with World War II admirals such as Halsey, Spruance, Lee, McCain, and Carney were gutted and completely reconfigured. The new Combat Engagement Center, or CEC, and the Signals Intelligence Center, SIS, replaced the former World War II period flagship facilities. Today, this restored stateroom is all that remains of New Jersey's once spacious World War II Admirals facilities. It remained essentially untouched and intact for more than 40 years, occasionally being used as a VIP guest stateroom or assigned to junior officers. It alone retained almost all of its World War II fixtures, including pantry and orderly call buttons, red wartime night lighting, fans, bathroom sink, medicine cabinet, drawers, and wardrobe closet. It also featured Admiral Halsey's bed on loan from the U.S. Navy Historical Center, which is identical to the one originally used in the stateroom. So who was Admiral Robert Mick Carney? Born in Vallejo, California in 1895, Robert Mick Carney graduated from the Naval Academy in 1916, just after America's entry into World War I. Lieutenant Carey, serving the destroyer Fanning, played a critical role in sinking the German submarine U-58 in November of 1917. Between the wars, he commanded destroyers, had shore duty, and served on a battleship. With America's entry into World War II in December of 1941, Carney became a captain, taking command of the new light cruiser U.S.S. Denver CL-58, built in Camden, New Jersey. While participating in the bitterly contested Solomon Islands campaign in 1943, Carney was twice decorated for exceptionally meritorious conduct in action against enemy Japanese forces. In July of 1943, Carney was promoted to Rear Admiral and became Chief of Staff to Admiral William Bull Halsey, Jr., Commander of the South Pacific Forces. When Admiral Halsey assumed command of the 3rd Fleet in June of 1944, Rear Admiral Carney remained as Halsey's Chief of Staff. Carney played a significant role in all major naval battles from Palau and Lake Gulf through the Okinawa invasion. He also assisted in the planning and execution of the massive carrier air raids on Formosa and the Japanese homeland at the end of the war. For his efforts, Carney earned the Navy Cross, the United States Navy's highest-ranking decoration, for invaluable assistance in formulating the plans for a series of combat operations in which 3rd Fleet engaged capital ships of the Japanese fleet. In 1946, Carney became a Vice Admiral. 4 years later, he became Deputy Chief of Naval Operations. Then Commander, 2nd Fleet on October 2nd of 1950, he was promoted to Admiral, and on May 13th of 1953, President Dwight D. Eisenhower announced Admiral Carney as the next Chief of Naval Operations, the highest possible officer's position in the United States Navy. In 1955, after completing his service as Chief of Naval Operations, Admiral Carney retired from active duty. Over the next several years, he held various positions which reflected his strong personal interest in United States industrial defense efforts before passing away in 1990. In recognition of Admiral Carney's naval service, the 14th Aegis missile destroyer to join the fleet in 2004 was named in his honor. The officers and enlisted sailors of the U.S.S. Carney, DDG-64, placed 3 words within their new destroyer ship's crest, which best reflect Admiral Carney's life: resolve, committed, successful. Museum staff and volunteer work to restore the Chief of Staff Stateroom happened in September of 2006. A view looking down from the 03 level exterior deck into the Chief of Staff Stateroom, June of 2006. As part of this compartment's restoration, the overhead or ceiling had to be repaired due to water infiltration. Once the rotted planks which have formed the wood deck had been removed, the exposed underlying steel deck, which formed the stateroom's overhead or ceiling, was found to be in much worse condition than originally estimated. Museum staff and volunteers removed the original rusted steel deck and replaced it with new steel deck plates. The entire restoration project took over a year to complete.